Today, as you read the article Waiting for Miss Liberty, you're going to practice thinking about analyzing the structure of a text. Lots of things have a structure to help keep them organized. For example, a library is structured into many different parts. You might like to browse the young adult fiction section, and your younger sibling might like to read picture books. The adults in your family might enjoy reading the library's biographies or the audiobooks, and everyone probably likes to browse the new releases. The structure of a library is important because it helps keep it organized so that readers can easily find a book that interests them. Just like a library is organized into special sections, authors organize their writing. The organization of a text is called text structure. Authors carefully plan what should go in the beginning, middle, and end of their articles. They use the title, subheadings, and paragraphs to give readers clues about what they're reading and how the paragraphs and sections connect to each other. The text we are going to read today is called Waiting for Miss Liberty. As we read, we are going to be thinking about how and why the sections of this text connect to each other, and how paragraphs within one section of a text build on one another. Let me show you what I mean. Let's start reading. Follow along with me as I read Waiting for Miss Liberty. From the shores of Rouen, France, sculptor Frederic Auguste Bartholdi watched the Isère steam toward the Atlantic Ocean. His 214 wooden crates were on board. "Goodbye, my daughter Liberty," he said. "At last you are going home. The waiting was over." I noticed that in the first paragraph, the author is telling us a story about a sculptor's departure from France. Then, in the second paragraph, we learn that someone has been waiting for this sculpture. I wonder who. These paragraphs seem to be connected. Good readers are always thinking about why an author does something, so I wonder why the author started the text with these paragraphs. Let's keep reading. The idea for a statue as a gift of freedom and friendship from France to the United States had excited Bartholdi for 20 years, but it had frustrated him too. Wow, I'm starting to understand the connections between these paragraphs now. The author first tells me a story about the sculpture's journey, and then explains that someone has been waiting for the sculpture. Then in paragraph 3, the author explains the purpose of the statue and that the United States has been waiting for it for over 20 years. Now I am wondering why the statue took so long to create. I bet that will be explained next. As you read this article, you are going to practice analyzing the text structure by answering the questions. You'll think about the purpose of each section, how the sections connect to each other, and how paragraphs within one section of a text build on one another. Start reading the article from the first paragraph.